Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from holsinger-shop.com, bringing you a Perdigon this week. It's a Nymph pattern. It's a Euro Nymph style fly. I'm tying it on a regular hook instead of a Nymph hook this time, instead of a jig hook, I mean. And it's a body quill Perdigon. I'm tying it out of Hens body material, body quill, something we just started carrying not too long at the shop. It's a nice material and I really like working with it, so I thought I would share it with you. So here you're going to see a picture of the fly, then a material list, and I'll be back to tell you a little bit more about it after the video. Okay, here you see the body quill Perdigon. Very simple, very few materials in this. Let's get into tying it. For a hook, I'm using a Nymph hook. I'm not going to tie this on a jig hook this time. The Perdigons, a lot of time the old school Perdigons have the Nymph hook, and I like it. It works well too. But I'm tying it on a slotted bead. As you can see there, I got the slot in there. And just going to tie it with the slotted bead and use that big head on it. So I'm going to wrap my thread on here, get it started on the hook. This is just some Semperfli Nanosilk 12-aught brown. Use whatever color. It's a dark color because this is a dark nymph. But then I'm going to take my thread, and you can see how I'm sticking it in the gap of the bead right there and rolling that bead around. And I want to build up some body in there until it stops and kicks me out. And then I'm going to make sure I get that gap on the bottom. And then we'll just push it up and lock it in place there. So next thing we're going to put on is the tail. For a tail, I'm just using some Coq de Leon fibers. And, 6 or so of them. Not too many. You don't want it too big of a tail. And we're just going to put that on there. And again, I don't want it too big. I don't want it to be disproportionate, like always. At the longest, I want it the length of the shaft of the hook there. So that looks pretty good. Just take that right back to the bend. If you find yourself going under the bend a little bit, just take one tie underneath it, and it helps splay them out a little bit, give it a little bit more visible tail. So I'm going to adjust this in there just a hair. There we go, get it a little bit more level. Now, the next thing we're going to put on is this Hens body material. And this is body quills. Let me get it turned the right way for you there. Hen body quills, this is pearl. You can see the color number there. It's really nice stuff, and it's really easy to work with. So it makes a really nice Perdigon body. And it's kind of like the Gasolina, but a little bit darker. And it'll work just fine for you. But it's nice and easy to work with. We're going to tie that on the hook. Right back to that tail. And then come back up to the bead, and we're just going to wrap this forward. Nice side-by-side wraps, covering up the whole shank of that hook there. And I'm just going to wrap it right up to the bead. Once we get up to the bead, I'm going to take and tie this off. And then I'm going to make 1 or 2 wraps back. Pull my body quill back and keep it back there. I'm going to put a wing case on this, and for the wing case, I'm going to use some large gold Holo tinsel. And I'm just going to put this on the top. I'm not going to get into the fight over should it be on the top or bottom of the hook. I don't care. This one actually isn't a jig hook, so it should ride the way I'm tying it down. We're just going to tie that down on the top there. Cut off my little tag. And we should be able to wrap it down. So wrap down or cut off your tag. And then we pulled this back out of the way. We're going to come back in and we're going to wrap this back up here to give a little bit more color underneath that wing case. And then 1 or 2 wraps to tie it off. Now we'll pull our wing case up over to make a little gold hotspot wing case, which is really nice on here. And then cut that off. And then just a couple of wraps to tidy it all up and finish it off. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put some Solarez Bone Dry or nail polish, whatever you like to use. If you're Sally Hansen guy. That's fine. I'm tying a lot, so I like to use my UV glue so it dries quickly. Just trim up any little stragglers there. You can see that nice little wing case hot spot on the top, and put some UV glue and we're done. This one is going to be a great little nymph. I'm tying it on a size 14 here in this video. Definitely fish this smaller. You know, in the late spring, early summer, I'm going to be fishing this down in 18s and so. But there you go. You can see nice little hot spot and a great little Perdigon body there. Okay guys, I think you're going to like this fly. It's really easy. I was looking at some other pictures and I saw the Perdigon using the Holo Tinsel as the wing case on it, and I really like that, and I haven't incorporated that into any of my flies. So I thought I would try that on this fly, and it looks great. I think you're gonna like that too. Really easy to do. It gets you just a little bit of extra flash on that Perdigon, which never hurts. And I always used to say if I could tie it on a jig hook, it goes on a jig hook. But this year I've been fishing a lot of Perdigons, and I've been fishing them on regular nymph hooks. And I've been fishing a lot of Gasolinas, which were originally tied on a regular hook. And I've done real well with them. So I have been just kind of switching towards that a little bit more, and haven't had any issues. I've been hooking just as many fish. So either way, guys, jig hooks or regular hooks, either way, they work just fine. If you need any of the materials, like always, guys, please go to our website at holsingersflyshop.com. And if you want me to tie anything for you, I do special orders, or if you're interested in a guide trip, you can reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. That goes directly to me, and I'll answer any of your questions you might have. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next week when I bring you another video, I'm Shawn Holsinger.